Okay, so now we need to set up our stick. So let's create another function, call it setup stick. Again, we are going to make a SK node. So let's say instead of SK shape as we created here, we are going to use SK node this time. Sprite node, which is going to take a color and size. Color, let's say SK color dot red color, and size going to be a rectangle. So let's say it's going to have a 10 width and 100 points of height. And let's give a position. We are going to put the stick exactly in the middle of the screen. So let's copy the code from here and let's call it stick. And let's add it to our sprite. So say add child stick. Now we need to call the function, set up the stick, and when we run we should see the stick in front of our yellow circle. Okay, here it goes. As you can see, it should be behind the yellow circle but on top of the black circle, so it will we will see only the part of the stick which is on the black, and because of the size is smaller, if we move the stick to back we will not see it. All the nodes have the anchor point by default in the middle of the node. So anchor point of this stick, when we put it in the exactly middle of the screen, the anchor point is in the middle of the stick. That's why we see it as much as going above the half of the screen that below. In our case, when our stick is going to rotate, because we don't want to see two ends of the stick, we want to move the anchor point of the stick to the lower middle of the stick, so it will start from here and goes up. So let's change the anchor point and see how it looks. We're going to put it in the middle on x-axis and on 0 position of y-axis. Let's run and see how it looks now. Okay, so the anchor point of the stick is now the bottom of it, so when it will rotate we will not see the other part on the other side. And now all that we need to do is to put the stick behind the yellow circle so we don't see this part. This is pretty easy because the sprites have layered structure, like in Photoshop. If you are using it, whatever you add it, the new layer going to be on top of it. So if you see our code here, first we are adding the setup background circle, which is the black circle. Then we are doing setup the foreground circle, which is yellow circle, and then we are setting up the stick, which goes on top of the yellow. So what we need to put the stick behind the yellow, we just called set up the stick before we set up the yellow circle, and it should be now behind it. Okay, looks good.